tell this thing is so responsive.
Full throttle on it. Nope.
How fast do you suppose that thing's going? 60, 70?
Somewhere around there. I know straight down it goes about 100.
I know it's straight down. That thing is insane.
That's why I want to put FPV on this thing.
Just learning how to fly it relaxed is... I haven't flown one of these things in how long?
A long time.
Like, I wish I could get full throttle out of it.
Ooh.
Nice landing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm standing here next to the Krone Big Pack 1290 HDP. Behind me, as you can see, is the New Holland. Now, this is great because here's the New Holland 340. This is the standard 340 as you see every day at my place. Mine actually is the crop cutter model. But one thing that you'll notice right here, right now, is what you're seeing right there versus what you're seeing right there. The bail chamber on this thing is massive. It's incredibly long, which makes for a nicer, tighter, square bail that it's just tighter, more in it. So this is the HDP, it's the high density press, and here is the pickup. The pickup is pretty simple. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull my knife out here, and everything is locked up with these silly little gizmos there. So you can open that up, and here is one short chain, and here is another short chain. There's not, oh wait, there's actually 3 chains in here. This chain here might be 1.5 feet long. This one here might be 1, 2, 3 feet long. This one here is, you know, but it's only driving the pickup. That chain. This chain here is driving that Camel's pickup. This has this auger, which is a whole nother chain to drive that auger, that cross auger in there, and the flipper that throws it into that packer system. Packer stuffer system. Now if you look, oh wow, I mean if you look in there, there is a huge drum, these rakers that come down, and they're actually on a cam, and this steel, if you can see it, is about 1/2 inch thick. That's 3/8 inch thick steel there for these yeah, I forget what the heck they call those things, shields of some sort, but the throat on this thing is incredibly deep. I mean, they're running fodder, or corn stover as they call it, in through this thing, and apparently it just ate it like crazy. Now, the guy that was out here doing the, showing me this baler, look at that, Scott. Yeah, the guy that was out here showing me this baler, Mike, he was telling me a quick story about a guy that was 2 custom operators. One had the 340 and the other had a Krone, and the Krone had about 100,000 bales on it, and it ran circles around a brand new New Holland 340. And to be honest with you, I'd like to see that because, you know, all in all, that New Holland, the New Holland crop cutter model, I can't get that thing open. The New Holland crop cutter model really ran good. It ran quick. It ran very quick through everything that I needed to do. This is where this is the other side. This is a dual drive pickup. If you haven't noticed, there it is. That's amazing. Where's there a stub auger back there? There's actually a stub auger back there. That's what that is. Alright, so it's not a dual drive. That stub auger is driven off of the pickup. And this is a camless pickup, by the way, and there's 1, 2, 3, I think there's 5 tine bars in there on the camless pickup. Very simple. And that is the one thing that I'm rather impressed with this baler, is the simplicity of the, I'm going to actually open this up because I can. Watch this. Come on, baby. Open up. Oh, I see what we got. Get my fingers cut off in there. What do we got here? No, I don't think it's going to open up for me. Son of a bitch. Alright, it won't open. Anyway, we had it opened earlier. Everything is in there. The knotter, the needle tensioners. Damn, that hurt. Needle tensioners are here. And these are kind of cheesy looking, but they're springs. They're just like teeth. And they go up into the needles. Very simple. But what's rather impressive about the thing is the length of that bale chamber. It's just god-awful long. These are small tires. They do put the big tires on that are on my current baler, the 340. This was a little bit of a concern for me, but I'm not really too concerned, I guess. To flip up the knotters, if you have an issue, boy, look at the mark that thing left in my hand. Damn, that hurt. Yeah. If I was from New York, I'd sue the guys. No, wrong. No, I wouldn't even say something like that. But anyway, damn, that hurts. But you can't take the knotters up without a wrench. So they've either got a lot of faith in their knotters, that they're not going to have problems with them, or they just want to be a pain in the ass, which I'm thinking they got a lot of faith in their knotter system. To get up on the thing is pretty slick, and instead of getting up at the back of the bale chamber, you get up at the front of the bale chamber. I did have this thing opened up front here, and this was one of the more cooler devices because of the 1,400-pound flywheel, and it ramps it up to 1,800 RPMs. From 1,000 to 1,800 RPMs, there's a hydraulic start to get that flywheel to move before you start the PTO. And I'm going to show you this flywheel because it's massive. Ugh. It's 1,400 pounds in there. Look at the thickness. It's about twice the circumference of the New Holland, and it's about, I don't know, a third again deeper. The plunger and everything you can see in there. You can see the wheel in that thing. If I could zoom in there, maybe. That cam, the stuffer system, or the cammed stuffer packer system. This is an air compressor to blow. There's nozzles in this thing strategically placed and every so often they will blow air and knock the dirt and dust off everything, like the knotters and the and around the outside edge of the baler itself. I'm still a little in awe of this machine. Let me get back up there and shut that lid. That's fiberglass over plastic. So, oh, come on. Oh, come on. What did this thing do? Alright, maybe there or there. I don't know. There it is. Hopefully I've got it. I just want to be 100% sure that thing's closed. Anyway, oh, that's not very nice. Everything on this thing is heavy duty. Really heavy. Heavy. I don't want to say overly heavy, but it's God, I'm bleeding. Where else can I talk about this thing? Of course, it has a last bale eject here. and it's got and they lock so you can't screw them up. And of course the tailgate opens and closes. LED lights all the way around the back, which I'm a big proponent of lights on a baler. If you're going to be baling hay at night, you better have lights on it. And there's lights there, but I need lights that shine into here, which there they are. The LED light just shines into the center of that thing. But this thing picks up pretty high from what I understand. The pickup does. Now if you can see that massive flywheel. The jack is hydraulic now, so you can just, you know, back up and drop the jack with the hydraulics on your tractor, which means I got to fix the hydraulics on my 8120. So the compression system is similar to what John Deere has. If you looked at the compression system on the John Deere, this one is like the John Deere, only on steroids. That thing is, again, massive. There's massive rams up in there. They're huge. About twice, 3 times the size of the one that was on the John Deere. Wow. I'm just really I'm actually really thrilled to look at this thing. It's the first time I've really been up close and personal to the Krone baler. Very simple. Like I said before, there's no chains. The only chains are here in the pickup on the other side and here, and they're short little chains, so there won't be any stretching. There's not cams to go bad or anything like that. And the one very impressive thing that I saw right away is the wheel's a little bit bigger, but right there is the grease zerk. It's automatic. They even grease the wheels automatically. This has a zerk in it, but that is greased automatically on the swivel. Beautiful. Easy to adjust the height. It's just pull the pin, move that. Works really good. Easy to clean out. Like I said earlier, you can just, you know, there's really not much to worry too much about, honestly. A leaf blower. Those things tilt out of the way. I'm not going to try to cut my finger off again. But this is the baler that I will probably be purchasing. Not this particular one, because this is sold, but if there's one out there, this one actually impresses me a lot more than the John Deere. I'm sorry to say, John Deere fans, this is one thing that I'm going to be kind of strong on. This baler actually impresses me a lot more than what the John Deere did, and I was impressed by the John Deere, don't get me wrong. But there was one thing that I really wanted to hate the John Deere, but I didn't, and I still like the John Deere a lot. My problem with the John Deere isn't the quality of it, it's the fact that it is new on the market. And I'm not sure what the price of this one is, but what he told me, this baler is actually cheaper than what the John Deere is. And the John Deere is cheaper than what the New Holland is. So it's just a wow factor. Oh, and this T8 New Holland tractor for all you blue boys out there. Holy shit, look at the size of this thing. 380 horsepower. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to get up into it, and there's more monitors up there than the presidential hall in the White House, if there is such a place. But wow, yeah, it's a heavy baler. This baler's actually 11,000 kilograms. 11,000 kilograms. I have a book in the truck I will be studying, but he's going to get me price numbers. April, yes, April, wonderful April, is going to come out, and she's going to give me a humdinger of a trade-in value on my New Holland baler so that we can get into this baler. Or, yeah, I think, yeah, before I actually make my final decision though, guys, they're going to invite me out to watch that very baler right there bale hay in the next, this coming week. Not the end of this week, but this coming week. There's a fella down the road here, and he will be, that baler is going to his farm. Well, whether he bought the tractor too or not, I don't know. But, wow, I liked it. I liked it. So, that's enough of me yammering on, and yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.